Hello, church. I am appreciative that you've taken a few moments out of your busy time in life to check out this video as I share with you what's happening in the life of our ministry on our Sunday mornings and kind of where we're heading as a church. This coming Sunday, August 23rd, we will have 3 different ways that you can engage and connect with our fellowship on Sunday morning. First, we will have a 9 o'clock to about 9:40 outdoor worship experience, which is kind of a preach and pray service underneath a tent. In just a few moments, I'll walk you back to the back of the church and show you where that's going to take place at. At 10 o'clock, we have a 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock in-person, in-sanctuary service. And this service is a third way you can connect with us as a fellowship. We'll be live streamed, and so you can connect with us again, either live streaming on Sunday mornings starting at 10 o'clock, actually in-person service here in the sanctuary starting at 10 o'clock, or you can join us for our 9 o'clock to 9:40. I'm calling it kind of a preach and pray service outdoors underneath the tent, which in this beautiful weather we're having is going to be neat and fun to do. So I'm standing at the front of the church, the main church doors, and I just want to take a moment and let you know what you can expect when you come to our church for worship starting this coming Sunday. When you drive in, there will be parking lot assistants there to simply guide you, in a comfortable place to park. They'll be available underneath the overhang here at the church if you need assistance in any way. When you come to the front doors of the church, there will be greeters here to greet you and to answer any questions you may have. We are not going to take your temperature. We are not going to ask you health questions. We're not going to do any of that kind of pre-qualifying. We're just believing that all who are here understand that they're healthy and that they want to be here, and it's healthy for them to be here. But the greeters will be here to greet you and answer any questions that you have. And I know one of the very common questions being asked of me is, Dave, will we be required to wear a mask? And the answer to that is no. But in just a moment when we go to the sanctuary, I'll share with you a little bit of how we're handling that, because I understand, and we understand here at the church, that there's different levels of comfort when it comes to being in large groups right now. So follow me. We'll go into the foyer, and then we'll go into the sanctuary. I'll share a little bit more about what you can experience. Again, when you come into the foyer, there will be greeters here and ushers at these main doors to greet you, okay? Simply a warm greeting, and we will guide you towards seats that are set up for your family or friendship group, okay? In fact, we're going to step into the sanctuary right now, and we're going to show you how the sanctuary is laid out, give you a little bit of what you can expect. As you walk into the sanctuary, the greeters will greet you, and they will simply ask what your need is regarding your seating for your family group or for your friends or just for yourself. If you walk a little further with me here, you can see that the sanctuary is laid out in a way to try to assist you in your comfort level. So on the far wings of our sanctuary is seating set up in small groups of 2, 3, and 4. And in the far wings to the right as you walk in the sanctuary, and the far wing to the left as you walk into the sanctuary, in these areas, we're requesting masks be worn. That is so individuals who come into worship who are very sensitive to masks being worn by those around them and by themselves can sit in a group where everyone around them is wearing a mask. And I know that some with their comfort level are going to want to walk in to worship, have very little contact with others, and walk out. And I certainly understand that. The center sections, which is 4 sections, are set up right now, again with social distancing, 6 feet apart, 6 feet in between. These are set up, and the phrase we're using is that masks are optional. okay? Because some will come to our fellowship and they will want to wear a mask, and others will come and say, it's not a concern that I have, or for different reasons I'm not wearing a mask, okay? And so in these center sections, some may be wearing masks and some will not be wearing a mask. And we are simply believing the church and those who come as worshipers to understand where they're at with that. And so we have set this up right now in groups of 4. But if you come here and you're not in that group that feels you need to wear a mask, that you want to wear a mask, when you come in, the usher will say, what are your seating needs today? That's the question we're going to be asking everybody. And if you say, I need 1 seat or 2 seats or 3 seats just by ourselves or by myself, we will have that available to you and make that very, very quick adjustment for you. Okay, so coming towards the platform here, we will have on that Sunday morning a praise team, a praise band ready to worship God, and I'm so excited about that time in our worship service. But we will be singing during the service, okay? And so I want to make you aware of that. We'll be worshiping, we'll be singing, and I've got a message that God has laid on my heart I'm excited to share with you. So Alan and I are going to take a little transition here, and we're going to go back outside and we're going to show you what the tent service would be like, again, 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings. So when I was younger, in early days of ministry, it makes me sound old, but tent services and tent revivals were still a going thing. And many churches would put up a tent and they would have a week long of services or multiple days of services in a tent outside just for something new and for the beauty around them and just for the fun of it. And this is going to be a fun service. Again, 9 o'clock Sunday mornings. We put up a tent because of obviously the sun, but it could just be so fun to be together and worship God together. At this point, I'm planning and calling this a preach and pray service, where I'm not planning at this point anyhow to have worship music, but what I will be doing is sharing the same message that I'll be sharing at 10 o'clock in the service that follows, and then a very special time of prayer together as a church. So if your comfort level is such that I'm really not comfortable being inside with a large group, but I'm more comfortable being outside, please come and join me for this 9 o'clock service. I'd love to have you here. Again, it's 9 o'clock. We'll run till about 9:40. So as we kind of wrap up this few moments together, I want to take just a second and talk with you as a church, kind of big picture, in my heart in this, and hopefully encourage you in some way. In the life of the church across the nation, there are many churches trying many different things in this COVID-19 crisis that we're in. And the good news is that our church, Williamston Free Methodist Church, has never quit being the church through this. We've never shut down. When the COVID-19 crisis hit, we immediately shifted gears, went into everything pre-recorded, messages pre-recorded. Behind the scenes, people within this fellowship were ministering to people within this fellowship. We transitioned then, as you may know, to a drive-in service, and we've had a lot of good drive-in services. And during that time, we started streaming live, which has been a learning curve and some technology challenges that we're working out to do that. But recently, myself, the staff, the leadership of this fellowship believed that it was in the best interest of our fellowship to offer on Sunday mornings, again, 3 ways to connect with our fellowship. The online service that starts at 10 o'clock, and that will be ongoing. Our 9 o'clock to 9:40 preach and pray service, and this 10 o'clock in-person, what I'm calling the sanctuary service. And I want to take just a few moments to make sure that you know my heart in this, This is a no guilt zone here. And please don't feel pressure regarding how you connect with the fellowship. You know, some in our fellowship, for very valid reasons and very personal reasons, say, you know, I'm just not ready to be in a group of people yet. And I so understand that. Please connect with us through the online service and know that we love you and we support you in that decision. Others are going to say, I'm not ready to come inside. I'm going to meet Dave out underneath the tent and hear the message personally and connect with him and others in an outdoor setting. And that's so valid, and I certainly understand that. Others will come into the sanctuary, and some will want to wear masks. They will need, for very valid reasons and health reasons, they will need to walk into one of the outside wings and worship with others around them with mask on. And when the service is over, they'll need to move out rather quickly. And I so understand that. And that is very, very appropriate, and why we have set up the outside wings of the church for that comfort level. And then there were some who will come to this fellowship. They'll sit in the center section. Some may wear masks, some may not. Some will be very comfortable connecting with people close and talking, others not. And all of that is understandable and very appropriate. I was thinking earlier today of the Apostle Paul's words in Philippians chapter 2, where he said, do not think of your own interest, but think of the interest of others. And that selflessness is something that embodies and should be the glue of a fellowship, of a church. And so in the Sunday that's coming up, we're going to do everything we can do to have a quality worship service, quality time together. We're going to do our very best. I'm meeting with the reopening team again tonight as we lay this all out and think it through. We're going to do our very best so it's not awkward or weird or foreign, but that you actually leave encouraged in the Lord. And most of all, when we're together as a church, whether it's online, whether it's an outdoor service, whether it's in the sanctuary, the thing we want to do is celebrate a selflessness, that we're not here to worry about ourselves and what we want. We're here to look out for the interest of one another and to lift up the Lord Jesus Christ. My friends, I am very, very excited about this coming Sunday. We have good days ahead as a fellowship of believers, and I'm excited of what God is going to do. Thank you so much for spending this time with me on this video and kind of getting in the loop of what we're doing. Do not hesitate to call me or contact me if you have any questions. God bless you. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.